There's no need for manners or courtesy or anything today, so let it all hang out.
And welcome back to more Persona 4 Arena, and we are about to continue Labrys' story, which is actually the most interesting story so far to me, right next to Kanji's and Naoto's. Yeah, I think my favorite story so far would probably have to be Kanji's, and then it would be Naoto, and then it's actually Labrys. Well, we gotta finish Labrys' story, but it's weird because I did not like a lot of people's Yu story. I didn't like Chie's story all that much. I didn't like Yukiko's, but she had one of the funniest joke endings, and I like Chie's joke ending too. They had like some of the best joke endings, but man, we still got even after we beat Labrys, we still got to see the continuation of each story. So we're not done yet. We're not done yet, so I can't really choose my favorite stories yet until I beat them. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna continue Labrys and stop talking. I fucking love that riff. It's so good. But anyway, let's continue. Once again, I participated in a combat. You should have seen me. I should have had a video camera on me. I was rocking back and forth. Alright, I believe that if they think the same things as I do, they would not wish for their personality modules to cease functioning. Though, even if I do not destroy them, the research staff will remove their plumes of dust. Either way, the functions will be suspended. My actions are difficult to justify, but I feel that suspension through destruction is not a worthy end for them. I do not think anyone would want their consciousness to be terminated by those. I find myself more conscious of the damage I sustain in my efficiency in combat. To prevent that from happening, I must continue fielding favorable results. It becomes easy to continue fighting with that objective in mind. That is becoming my new objective. I am theoretically being tested on destroying my opponents, but I have begun fighting so they will not be destroyed, so she can pretty much preserve her friends. Or her family, I should say. My strike shatters the servos in the opponent's pivot leg. She falls to the ground, unable to stay upright. Her weapon has already been destroyed. She should be incapable of resisting now, but the buzzers signaling the end of the test do not sound. As I wonder why, I hear a grating metallic sound from the opponent. She leaps onto me with her one good arm.
What's the matter, number 031? Hurry up and terminate the target.
I do not know what to do. My opponent is acting contrary to her own safety. I grant that this is the only action left to her, but she will destroy herself before inflicting any damage to me. A tactic that puts one life at risk like that. Putting one's life at risk. What am I saying? We are weapons. We exist to obey orders. We cannot prioritize our self-preservation without a change in those orders. This is why she has challenged me to a fight. She would do so until all of her circuits and servos burn out and she becomes incapable of action. As she grapples with... Servo sounds like a weapon from Dark Souls. Anyway, as she grapples with me, I put my hands onto her neck and squeeze. I adjust my grip strength and limiters to 70% of maximum. The opponent's body make an abnormal sound. After this, I sense the main lines of the bridge unit snap in half. Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, they stopped the music. Man, I wanted to listen to it. Her limbs got flaccid, indicating loss of consciousness. Choked her out, damn. Yo, I just pushed the button. That was weird. You heard me pushing the button, but this text wouldn't scroll. The face I see reflected in them is not expressionless. How should this expression be classified? I have seen it sometimes when number 24 smiles. This face indicates sadness. The buzzer signaling the test and finally rings. The researchers enter the chamber. I am used to this scene now.
Well, that was pretty impressive. You think it's because of the size of her plume? Funny that one little part could make such a difference.
Indeed. Most of it is due to differences in their tactical mentalities. It may be on the cusp of what we would call an ego.
Considering how everything's been going so far, I'm starting to believe more in persona abilities.
One little part. Is it true that plume of dust installed in me is comparatively the largest among units of my type? Number 24 smile seems much more human than mine. I find myself opening my mouth to speak, but I realize that the statement I am about to deliver is a protest. I am quick to abort. Was I about to deny the staff's authority? They speak to me. My confusion seems to have gone unnoticed.
Well done, unit number 031. That was an impressive display of destruction. Plus, you cleanly severed its transmitter, leaving the plume of dust unharmed. That's certainly ending things on a high note.
Ending things on a high note? An act of destruction is a high note? The researchers look at each other while holding the petri dish with the bluish-white plate-like object.
Alright, number 031. As of today, the test battles are finished.
Thank goodness.
Huh? It's over?
I cannot help question that unexpected statement.
All the results indicate that you have the very highest performance out of all the units of your model.
I'd say we can go ahead and earmark unit number 031 to be the base for developing the 5th generation.
The base?
It means that you're the winner.
The combat tests are over. Will I no longer be required to fight? A strangely intense sensation of relief fills me. It is not because I won and gained a reward. Yo, I'm pushing a button. Whoa, 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 I'm pushing the button. Circle. That was so awkward, dude. If the tests have ended, those of my unit type that are not yet destroyed can escape that fate. Interesting. It seems that I was reluctant to destroy them all after all. My priorities have become inverted. Yet I am so happy that I smile. The researchers noted this expression as well as smile back.
Okay, we're going to begin the usual review of the feedback. So come over here.
I don't like these researchers, man. I don't like scientists. I don't like them. These motherfuckers. They hide the cure for AIDS and cancer. I don't like them. It is the landscape of the outdoor area again. At first I could only vaguely recognize it, but now I can pinpoint exactly where this memory is from. It's near the biggest tree. But one of us took an interest where I had only seen a part of the landscape. I recall what number 24 said. My own objective is not an order given to me. The twinge in my chest returns. I'll make sure to hold tight to your memories.
Hey, can I talk to you for a while? The lab boys told me today that they were putting the kibosh on the test battles.
The kibosh. I don't think she's gonna know what that means.
I see. It's over then.
The kibosh.
Look, I've been thinking. If they end up tossing us out soon because of that, I want to go with you to go see that person you were talking about. The one you wanted to meet. I might even put in a formal request about it to the lab boys.
Takes my right hand. Before I can determine her intent, she pulls a cable from her wrist and connects it to the point into my own. She looks at my face in silence, thinking that she wants to confirm that the tests are in fact over. I nod. But the data that transfers is from her to me. The packets that flow through the cable form a single very small archive file.
If you are still safe when everything is over, open this file.
Removes the cable but keeps hold of my hand.
What do you mean, when everything is over? How come I can't look at it now?
If I had to answer, I would say because it wouldn't be fair.
Fair?
She smiles and does not answer. It is the same unsure expression. It is a smile, but there is sadness in it.
It would be wonderful if I could go with you to see her.
What you talking about, unit number 24?
Her. So this person you're looking forward to meeting is a girl?
But it's strange. Even though my wish may not come true, I still feel satisfied for some reason. How bizarre. It's a fervent wish of mine, too.
She looks towards the sky and smiles faintly. This time, it contains more than sadness. There are too many emotions for me to parse. All reflected in that one expression.
I believe in you. I can tell you this because I trust you. Maybe that's why I feel so at peace.
Huh?
Maybe this is what it is to feel alive.
Alive? It has happened again. I do not comprehend the meaning of the word, yet I feel a twinge inside. I look at the sky in an attempt to follow her gaze. Hey, you see Mario up there? I see Mario on Yoshi. No, there's nothing there to hint at her meeting, but I still wanted to get closer. She wishes for me to understand. I want to grant her wish. From then on, we spend our time looking up at the sky in silence. Eventually, the signal that time is up reaches our ears. Maybe she knows something's about to happen to her because the 5th generation is pretty much Labrys and they're probably going to scrap everybody else. After the light emanating from the plumes of dust reminded me of something. I now know what it is. Very similar to the light from the moon in the night sky. Just like Nyx. Alright, so let's see what happens next. I'm very interested. Let's continue this. No breaks. The battle chamber, and someone just sent me a message on Facebook. I'm gonna check it out real quick. Give me like 5 seconds. You guys can't see it, I can though. So you know how I got a 360 at my mother's, so I'm not bored when I am down here. I made a mistake. I should have found a cheap PS3. Just not interested in it at all after beating Halo 4. Okay, that's enough of Facebook. But anyway, the sun rises and next day arrives. After coming out of standby, I'm ordered to enter the shock-resistant chamber once again. From what I am told, it is for a different purpose than the combat test. So what are we here for? Soon afterward, the 3 researchers who supervised the feedback downloads appear.
Sounds like it's decided. We'll discontinue use of the name Unit Number 031. Generation 5 Labrys will be this unit's new name.
Labrys.
That's your name. The official one's much longer. Generation 5 Anti-Shadow...
5th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon Labrys. How hard is that to remember?
Labrys.
The designation by a name that is not a number. I never questioned being called number 31 until now. Nothing about it seemed awkward, but I wonder why. I'm happy now to have acquired a name. Even if my designation changes, it will not have a concrete effect on my abilities. But by discarding my number for a name, I feel as if I am no longer one of a series with miniate... What? Of a series with miniate variations. I am a discrete individual. Am I supposed to say miniate or minute variations? Miniate. I don't know why I said miniate. That may be why. I found myself smiling as a result.
From now on, the battles you fight will not be to test your performance. They'll be geared toward drawing out a persona.
Oh, what the hell? She still has to fight.
First, you will fight all the remaining units of your model type. Your objective is to destroy them.
Oh,
every
what
last
the
one.
fuck?
Huh?
I am perplexed at the disconnect between their tone of voice and the specifics of the order. Fight against all remaining units of my model. Destroy every last one of them.
The fear impulse and self-preservation instinct seem to be the key to activating a persona. This is the most effective method of inducing extreme mental stress.
Stress? Come on, you don't have to go this far.
Huh? Well, that's a first. None of them have ever protested like that. Well, at least that's a sign that its ego is developing.
You told me it was over. I thought I wouldn't have to do these things anymore.
You...
Ain't there some other way? If there is, please, let me do that instead. I don't want to fight him anymore.
The three researchers look at me with apparent surprise on their faces. Did my protest get through to them? I hope so,
That's
but...
a surprise. Such natural speech patterns. I hadn't thought its personality would develop this fast.
All the data's being recorded now. Let's compare them and look at which stages they improve at.
Smile while muttering to themselves. They're not even listening to her. I'm at a complete loss of words. They are not machines, but humans, and on top of that, they are creators. It's not possible that they do not understand me. Yet their current expression, until now, I thought they were very understanding people who treated us as close to human. I was wrong. I'm only an object to them. No matter what I say, they will see it only as a response to stimulus. Behind their gentle attitudes, we are nothing more than test subjects they hold no emotional attachment to. They do not focus on what I am saying. They are only interested in the reaction. And see, this is why I hated these fucking researchers. I got a bad vibe from them from the beginning. Their figures are hidden from beyond the hatch. Soon, with a terrible low-pitched sound, the hatch on the underside begins to open. I will be forced to fight again today in the days to come. I must continue to destroy my opponents each time. I cannot find the words I want to say. I slowly turn my head towards the hatch. But what I see there is what truly leaves me at a loss for words. Number 24. No. Yep. The opponents emerging from the hatch is number 24. There is no smile or sadness on her face. She's quietly standing there, expressionless. Number 24 steps in the chamber while gazing at my face. This hatch slowly closes behind her.
No! Why?
Even I do not know who the question is addressed to. Why is she here? Because she was ordered. Do I have to fight her now? It's not quite sinking in yet, but in a sharp tone, I have never heard from her before. She tells me what I must
Draw
do.
your weapon.
I can't.
If you don't fight, you'll lose. I will end up destroying you. Are you willing to accept that?
Why? Why are you saying this stuff?
Ignores my question and reaches behind her back with her right hand. The multi-use weapon unit releases from her back. It becomes a great sword in length in her right hand. It's approximately 15 meters long as she is tall. Damn. It's also alarmingly wide and fitted with propulsion devices. Damn. It is difficult to process seeing the weapon pointed at me.
If you fear being destroyed, if you have a heart capable of fear, then there's no need to hesitate. That alone gives you the right to attack me with all your strength.
But doesn't the same go for you?
I could not help but plead. Number 24 does not answer, but it appears that a very small smile forms on their lips.
You said there was someone you wanted to meet. I can't fight you knowing that.
I turn and appear to the research watching us from the other side of the glass
Come
wall.
on! Stop this! I don't want to fight anymore!
I press against the transparent wall and continuously strike it with my fist. Though my safety limiters are disabled, it must be coated with something. I cannot even scratch it. Damn. The researchers standing on the other side are completely expressionless. It's as if they are machines themselves. I beg and plead, but they do not respond. If only there wasn't this clear glass wall between us. I am so frustrated. She wanted to beat the shit out them researchers. She wanted to put them hands on them. I then hear number 24 speak up weakly behind me.
Only one of us can exit this chamber.
Huh?
They never told you, since you were strong enough, that battles never lasted very long. But that's the rule of this place. The only time the door leading beyond that transparent wall opens is when one of us is considered unable to fight.
Ah, just like the invisible walls in the Okay, like the invisible walls in the P1 Grand Prix. I see what you did there, Atlas.
From the start, this whole setup never took our feelings into account.
I can say nothing. I can see from her words what that atrocious battle were forced upon.
But talking like this is a waste of time. I can see I won't spur you into fighting with just words alone.
This riff is so damn good. Oh man, the music is so good. It never fails. Her sword slashes the space where I had been at the speed that could have killed. The tip grazes the chamber floor. Red sparks fly. She is seriously. It finally sinks in. I jump away to put distance between us.
I don't intend to meekly accept my destruction. I have my own goal after all. Now, fight me.
I have no choice but to fight, but a thought crosses my mind. In terms of basic combat strength, mine is probably higher. Using my usual tactics, I should be able to destroy her weapon and disable enough of her servos to prevent her from attacking. 24 ego is without a doubt more highly developed than mine. It must be a value of their researchers. If I can render her incapable of acting, I may be able to avoid the order to destroy her when she is down. I decide to bet on that possibility. I shift my priorities and fight back with all my strength. I cannot do this empty-handed. I've removed my own multifunctional weapon from my bag and shaped it into a battle axe. It pains me to do this, but it's the only way. I repel number 24's persistent sword strikes and go for a counterattack. I aim for the great sword's clasp with my battle axe. After a number of hits, it's shattered. My next target is the transmitter system for the shoulder and knee joints. In terms of output and movement itself, I detect various differences between us. Amongst those types of my unit, I awaken at last. Compared to number 24, not only my personality module, but my limbs as well have been upgraded to the latest versions. It's only a matter of time. Number 24 loses virtually all offensive capabilities and falls to the floor. As I planned, number 24 is mostly undamaged apart from her weapon and motor functions. I immediately turn towards the researchers behind the invisible wall and raise my voice.
Isn't this enough? She had that ego thing way before me. Destroying her won't do anyone any good. Come on. Have a heart.
But hearing this, the researchers only laugh. What this fucking robot talk about? You fucking robot? That's exactly what they laughing. That's what they saying probably. That's what's probably going through their head. You fucking robot. They do the Dave Chappelle laugh. Silly robot. It goes still for a few seconds. Then, although it should not be able to move, it drags itself up.
Huh? What the?
Damn, unconsciously. Unpleasant metallic sounds are coming from all over her body. It indicates that she is undergoing unreasonable stress. No expression appears on number 24's face. It's like a cold void.
What did you do to her?
It'll be coming at you with everything it has now. You better not hold back either. Number 024 had an excellent record against others of its model. Even you might have a hard time beating this one, Labrys.
I unconsciously found myself biting my lip. We are weapons. In other words, we are tools. Of course, there would be a means to issue orders remotely. I recall that the one researcher said. This is the most effective method of inducing extreme mental stress. In other words, the more strongly I desire number 24's survival, the stronger my reaction will be when forced to destroy her. That is why they laugh. I can sense the strength draining from my shoulders. This is some sad business. Her animated shell approaches me, its limbs shaking. I suppress all thoughts unrelated to tactics and slowly turn around. My body goes cold. My arms move into position as if controlled by someone else and ready my weapon. Animated cutscene time. Oh yeah.